Okay, so in this episode, which is first part is actually about 3 weeks ago maybe, but we're going to see if we can get this car so that I can change gear and can drive it a bit. That's the plan, that's the hope. Let's see how we get on. So in this box I have a replacement for the slave cylinder, the master cylinder and the pipework, and everything else I should need to try to fix the clutch hydraulics, which I'm going to do because I bled the system again. I had my wife pressing the brakes once I knew the system was really good and I wasn't getting much movement from the clutch, so we're going to try replacing the whole lot and seeing if that sorts it. So this is what we've got in the kit. We've got a slave cylinder, master cylinder, a bit of copper pipe, a bit of flex, and then a whole bunch of hardware. I'm not sure where this one goes. That might go on there. Yeah, a whole bunch of hardware to fit it all together. So we'll start by draining the current system and we'll go from there. So we've got it draining at the moment. Once it's draining, we're going to take this cover off. So what have we got in here? So we can see we've got the two bolts holding it on, and then in here we got the Ujima flippy with the split pin. It does look in. This was new last year, so I'm really. Anyway, we're going to go through with it and see. So we'll take that out, and then we'll take out what's underneath, and we'll go from there. Here's what I'm thinking might be the problem. Can I get this in? Right, I don't know if I can get this in view, but I'm not sure that I've got the holes lined up, so it wouldn't be getting enough pressure through. Just going to have a little play with that and see. Right, again, I don't know if I can get this out, but I've just spent a few minutes lining that up, and I've got that lined up properly. I'm going to try reinstalling this and see if that does the trick. Might as well save the other stuff for another time. Okay, so I've bled that a bit. That pedal now feels a lot better. So I don't know if it's because I've just bled it, but I'm going to get my wife out so I can measure the gap now. She won't want to be on this, so we'll have a measure and we'll see how it goes. Well, we've tested it. I'm still not seeing any more movement though, and I'm getting maybe half a centimetre, maybe a bit more, and I think I need more like a centimetre. You know, they talk about 3/8 of an inch. Anyway, so I'm frustrated, so I'm not gonna try replacing it all today. I'm going to take this down. I'm away for a bit, so I'm going to take this apart, put it back together. I'm going to test it just to make sure, and I'm going to call it a day. Okay, we're in the car. My choke cable is broken. Oh wow, it's really broken. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to have to fix that as well. Okay, let's just... Okay, so now's the time for you to place your bets. Does anybody think this has worked? Anyone reckon I can get it into gear? Well, anyone who does, you've lost, because no, this has done nothing at all. So that wasn't the problem. I'm going to have to try changing that all out next time, and we'll see if we do any better. In this episode I'm working on the MG and I'm trying to sort out my clutch. I've bought a whole new master, slave, pipes, everything kit to do. But halfway through I think I identify what the problem is, so when I take out the master cylinder I think I see what the original problem was, so I decide to fix that and put it back. See if you can guess what I think the problem is, and then see if you think it works. Right, it's about probably 3 weeks since I did the last bit of recording, which I still haven't made into a video. So, and it's probably the first time when it's not looked like it's going to rain on me, and it hasn't rained on me. So we're going to have another go now at that clutch. What we're going to do is we're going to replace the master cylinder, the pipe and the slave cylinder, and see if that works. But I have no confidence that it will, and the reason I have no confidence is it seems to me that I've not got a leak on there. It's well bled, I'm positive I don't have a leak, and yet I still can't get the movement. And if I'm not getting and the pedal is going to the ground, so if I'm not getting enough movement, that indicates to me that there's too much pressure against it for whatever reason. And so I don't think the problem is actually within the hydraulic part of the system. I think the problem must be elsewhere. But we're going to prove that first, and that's the point of today. So we'll start by taking everything out. So this is what we've taken off. We've got the slave cylinder going up to obviously the flexi hose, the bolt that holds it all together, then it comes onto the hard pipe. That comes in here on the on the master. So that's what we've taken off, and the pin and the washer for the piston that connects up to the gearbox. But I can't get the I can't remember what it's called. I can't get this bit to come out. It's just stuck there. I've hit it with a hammer as well, and I don't want to apply too much force because I don't want to bend things. I'm having to think about what to do there. But that's still stuck in place, which isn't great. and I've got to work out now. I've compared the size of this one to that one, and this might be a millimetre longer, but let's have a look at what we've got. So for replacement bits, we've got master brake cylinder, slave cylinder that looks the same. The other ones all came with this plugged in here, and you have to move it over to here. It looks, you know, if you have a look at this master cylinder, this slave cylinder, this is much thicker than on that one. So they're definitely gone through a different manufacturing home, but whether one's better quality, I don't know. We've got a new pipe to come off that, a new flexi hose to come off that, with the material to connect that up. And so this crinkled washer and that go at this end, hold it in place. This copper washer goes at this end, so when you connect it up here you get a good seal. So that's good. Then we've got our bit of pipe, which I'm going to have to bend into shape. So we've got that, and that comes into the union joint here. So actually, let's have a look at the master cylinder. So the master cylinder, we've got 2 bolts and nuts and lock washers, whereas on the old one there were no lock washers. The rear one, my car has this bolt here is welded in place, so it just has the one. So we're slightly different there. Then I can see I've got a washer here. I'm not sure if I've got a washer in there as well. So on the union joint here, I certainly got a washer there, and I think this one fits over okay, so I think that one probably goes there. Maybe the other way around. I'll have a little look on the website and see. Then obviously that goes in here on the master. Goes in that in there. And then this gets connected up with these little items here. So I've got this bit and this bit, which I haven't been able to get out of the car so far. And then I've got one spare washer, which I don't know where it goes. And I don't know if they were feeling generous, or, you know, it's a free gift that comes with every set. But I have that spare, so we'll have a look at making sure we've got all the bits in the right place and then have another go. Okay, I'm not going to film myself trying to do it, but just want to show you what problem I'm having. Where is it? It's here. So this, I just can't get this pin to budge at all. And anything I can fit in here to get leverage on it, you know, so, you know, Archimedes, give me a lever, he can bend anything, move anything, lift anything, whatever it was. Well, it won't work here, because it just bends, and I've not got anything strong enough. I've tried a few things and they're all bending, so now I do want to remove it, because you can, I don't know if you can see here, but the piston itself has a good millimetre or 2 of movement there, and to be honest, I'll take anything I can get. So I do need to get this off. I checked the other one as well and it doesn't, so I do need to get this pin out somehow, and I can't I can see this side and I can't see anything, you know, like it's been welded in place or anything like that. I can't feel it anything on the other side, so I'm assuming it's just rusted on. So I'm not happy about it, but I'm going to try applying some heat. I've got this gaiter which I need to keep out of the way, so I'll push the gaiter back as best I can, like that. I'll take my blowtorch to it and we'll see what we can do. But you know, I'm worried about all the wiring I've got under here. and you know, I could really get this wrong if I'm not 100% careful. I didn't try that for very long. I just couldn't get the accuracy I needed, so I need to think of another way. Right, I've had a nice lunch of butternut squash, coconut and chilli soup. I've come out, and what I've done is I've ground down this piece. You can see the thin end. So I just had this piece of, I don't know, cut. It was an Allen key of some kind, but I don't know when I last used it. So I've ground off the end and made it so that it just snugly fits in on the new one. So hopefully it will fit on the old one. So I'm planning to put it in, and then hopefully with that bit of leverage and a hammer, jar it loose. Well, that generated the expected result. It just bent straight away. I don't know how to do this. I could just leave it in place. See, I suspect last time I had this problem as well and I didn't change it. So I could leave it in place. I'm probably losing 2 or 3 millimeters overall because of that, which I don't really want to do. Right, heat finally got it out. I burnt my finger doing it, but because this is still hot and I hadn't realised. Anyway, I think if we come in on this, you can see how much this had worn, and I think you can probably see it in the shape as well. So it's not actually any difference in size, but it was certainly worn. So we're going to start putting it back together now. Exciting. And we'll see how we do. Well, I'm not sure about this now. In order to get the holes lined up here, look at the angle it's at. Now that doesn't look right to me. I wonder if the union bolt goes on the other way around. Okay, I've made a mess of bending my new piece of wire. Not wire. Brake pipe. Fixed pipe. So I'm going to reinstall the old one. Right, I've put it back together. I've bled it. We're now going to see if how much movement we get in the pedal, in the this bit. Okay, so that was 4 times. I'll look at the video. Well, I took a look at that video and it doesn't look like it's moving any more than it was before. I've put the car down, I thought I'd try it anyway, and the battery's virtually flat, so I'm going to take the battery out, recharge it overnight, and then we'll have another look tomorrow. Right, it's the following day. Battery's charged up, got the car running. We're going to try stick it in gear now. Clutch in. Oh my god, that just went in. Oh. Okay, oh, don't do that to me. It went in, and now it won't again. So what the heck's happened there? That was just luck. Oh, there it's gone in. It's gone in second. It's gone in third. Huh? It's gone in. It's hard, but it's going in. Oh. Concentrate on what you're doing. Oh, that's really surprised me. Okay. I think we'll have a look at this again now. that surprised me. So I managed to back it out, bring it back in, back it out, bring it back in. Seems to get better. I'll probably do a few things now, just having a look at it, but I'm going to call the video done, and we'll see if in a week's time it's still running, and hopefully it will be. That's really cheered me up. So yeah, hopefully.